On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun.
There he goes. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the catch. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got rid of it just in time. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
He's got it on the run, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But
there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Dropping back, it's Reed. Gets it out quickly. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their 2nd sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight end. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. This offense has it with really good field position. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Turning it on. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Reeves. Here comes the heat. Right on the money. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Neither team's wasting time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. Complete to start this drive. At the 45 on its way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to throw, it's Reeves. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically.
Lets it fly deep downfield. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. That is no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete. Fights off a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. He'll bring it out. It's Massey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The short hands, it's Battle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now on the return. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Red pass, it's complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration and they get the tackle for loss.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. It's Reeves. Fires to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Release to the back. Finds his man. It's Battle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Wants to throw again. Finds his man down the middle.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Under fire. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. He'll pull it down. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, it's Reeves. Here's the pressure. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, But I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's good. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. Breaks into the open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to pass. It's Reeves. Fires left. He's got it. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Vick.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
38, South Carolina, 17.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Finding open areas. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for a man. It's Reeves. Using the quick game. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better?
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He turns that loose down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 87, the catch and score.
This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They go back to work in the final period of this one. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Back to throw, it's Kramer. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Fakes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it. That was a great call. First down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Deep throw off his back foot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Massey. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. The run from the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Kramer. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's good. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after him. Hits the open man. Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 23 to Arizona State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it, unfortunately. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Kramer. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Let's go! Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. He splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Here comes the Texas offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got his man. At the 35, he's open. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Kramer. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it near midfield. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Number 86 takes it back.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.